the locals. And the locals is really, really important if you want to start a business. And after that, well, you have business idea, you have language somehow, you have partners and network. But to be practical, it's about the money, especially when it comes to restaurant and cafe, because it's a really physical, visible thing there, and you need to have money to build it. And I would say honest that 3 of us, we get money from the family. It's not shame to ask your family for support if you really know what you want to do and you have a plan for that. Because, well, if you come up with some ideas and you ask your friends or many people like, oh, where do I get money for this? I'm sure they're gonna tell you, you know, like you're in Helsinki, you can apply for funds at any time. And the funds are there, it's available. We are lucky to be in Helsinki because the government really do have funds for startups and entrepreneurs. But if you ever get into any kind of entrepreneur course, when they talk about the financial part, the first very original source that they're gonna tell you is the 3 F's. There's a family, friends, and fools. Fools. Why family and friends? That's easy to understand because they know you, they trust you, and it's the easiest way for you. Who are the fools? Well, the fool is those that you happen to know them, they happen to know you, they trust you somehow, and they see the potential in you. And they have money, some just available money that they can invest you. Not all, but somehow. Well, they didn't count as friends or family because maybe not that close. But you actually will, or one way or another way, you meet those fools in life. So that is the money part. And of course you're worried like how much money that I should have, at least how much. Well, I cannot tell you the exact number because I just have one coffee house, so I didn't have many different types of coffee house that I can consult all because every single business is different. You want to have a food truck, different money. You want to have 50 square meters coffee house, different. 100 square meters, different. You want just a coffee booth, but it's in country, that's different. So do your homework. You study what you want to do. How do you want to do that? How big you want to do that? Then you know like how much money that I would need to start. And it's gonna be, the next one will be the most difficult one in my opinion, is that you need to be ready for the changes. Because even though you have everything's ready, things can be changed. Because, yes, again, doing business, luck and just luck, sometimes you need it, just a little bit. Because my coffee house, Couple Cafe now, is in Haaga. If you are finished, you know, like, it's a very special place, kind of old town, and very, very special neighborhood in Finland. We really didn't actually target the place before, but we got it. Of course, we're searching all Helsinki, all the possible places. But when we come there and we see the premise, like, oh, we have to try so hard for this. And within that 6 months, we spent actually 1.5 months to fight for the place, even it's actually available there. But the landlord said, yeah, but we want your business plan, we want your profile, we want everything. It's not about product, they want the spirit. They want like the coffee house had to be fit in the neighborhood because this is a very special neighborhood. So we've been sending the business plan, we've been sending what we want to do, we've been talking with the landlord and everything. So we actually got lucky because the place was available, but then you have to fight for that, to take the place. And yes, Pablo at the moment I was saying, well, 80% is what's different to our first imagine about the place. But it's not that we change our idea. Well, the 20% left is that we still sell coffee. And yeah, the experience is the same that we want to do, but it's quite different. But we didn't change our idea because we modify it, we refine it, we make it fit into the environment. Because when you have your idea about the business, like the cafe should be like this or it should look like this, and then we have this amount of seat. But believe me, when it's come to a real place, it's different. It's totally different. So, for example, nowadays in my cafe, we are not only have coffee, but we have the art gallery. We call it the Haaga-Helia. We didn't have it in the beginning. We didn't. On the first day, no. We started on springtime. How did we start? We didn't start ourselves also. Lots of customers comes and ask, oh, you know that you have such a high ceiling and the wall is really nice. And it's happened in Haaga because many of the customers, they are artists. They are musicians, they are kind of arts people. And they come to us and say, you know, it's going to be good if you start to put the paintings and the exhibition on the wall. And yes, we've been thinking about it. We come to our customer and said that, yeah, it's gonna be a good idea. Would you like to help? Because we are just foreigners here. We don't know anything about arts and the exhibition. How does it work in Finland? And then actually our customer, they help. They help us to set up the very first exhibition on spring, and it's continue. And we have the separate website for Haaga Gallery and our customer, one of them, just take care of that. And I'm happy to say that yes, the gallery are become more and more famous that we fully book until next year, summer. So I'm so happy with that. But again, it just, back to the idea that I told you in the beginning, it's about locals, it's about modifying your business idea to be flexible, to ask the locals for the help and the ideas. Because as a foreigner here, you see things in one way in a foreigner angle, but the locals, they might have different angles. So yeah, just keep in mind to be open-minded, to work with the locals, to be ready for the changes. Because we all know that the environment is not good today, it's just changing every day. So what we need to do is just to be cool, to just follow the trend. Because we can always change ourselves to be flexible. And yeah, mostly those are the things that I want to share about the idea. But in the end, what is the rewards? Well, we don't do business for nothing. When you go to the business, you see the customer get in, you got the compliment for the coffee, for the exhibition, you see their satisfaction with the quality and the service. And you know that this thing is real. Every day you open the coffee house door, you know that this is a real coffee house. This is a real business that I have. Or well, to be practical, that you open the company account, you see that money is coming in, so that's real.
That's good.
So, yeah. Yes, please.
Can I ask a question? This gallery helps you to improve sales in your cafe.
Well, we have, like I told you that the group of the artists, who is our customer also, they take care of the exhibition. And how they sell it is they put all the painting on the walls with the contacts. And if somebody interested, they will call, and then the artist will come, and then they will do negotiate.
Am I right that in your cafe you have like different paintings?
Yeah.
And, like you have special time when you have like an exhibition?
Yeah.
But I ask you not about art paintings, but about your business. So this exhibition helps you to improve the sales,
Yeah.
selling offers.
Yeah, it's a kind of mutual benefits that the customer can come having coffee while they having the music and the paintings because it come together with the exhibition. So kind of you immerse yourself into the art kind of environments with coffee and food and that thing, and then the artists in their sign that they can invite friends or families or other artists that they come to the coffee house to just enjoy the art, because we always have the one opening day for a new exhibition, so it's kind of event for the artists, so they come. So actually also improve the traffic to the coffee house, and also somehow people know more and more about the business. So kind of mutual benefits. Yes.
A follow-up question about the gallery. When they sell a painting, do you get any commission on it, or is it just direct from the buyer and the artist, and you just get the extra traffic that comes in?
We will get the commission.
You get a little bit of commission. Okay.
Yes. Because we didn't take any fee for the gallery. So we give them all authorities to do or to manage it. But just in case, just when they hang up the painting or take it out, don't scare customer away, that's fine. So it's just kind of the agreement that we get commission. Yes, please.
Do you think having the gallery and the cafe is more of a financial benefit to you guys, or more of like the atmosphere of the cafe? Which do you think the cafe benefits from more?
Well, in the beginning that we actually didn't really care about the financial part, because yes, we actually like the idea, and also we also want to try it out. So when you try it out, you really didn't expect that you will have some money coming back to you. And when it's become more and more success, then the money will actually come. Yeah. But in the beginning, we have a mutual free with the artist that we just leave you here and you do all the marketing, sales, and you be just active with the gallery, and we will not disturb or have any kind of direct disturbance to your work. But if you can sell and you want to support, then we have the commission between us. Yes, please.
Yes, I'd like to ask, the Vietnamese coffee, it's something rather new to the market, so how did you know how to price it? And also, do you control the whole supply chain? Do you import the coffee from Vietnam? Do you buy it from an Asian market here? How do you handle all that?
Okay, about the coffee in our cafe is quite special because we just take the specialty coffee. So the specialty coffee means that the coffee grown in a very kind of special farming area that they will take into account the environment and those kind of elements. So for the Vietnamese coffee, that in the beginning we just used the Vietnamese method to make the coffee. So the beans is actually from the small roastery in Finland. They roast it in Finland, and we try to collect the beans that the flavor is somehow similar to those in Vietnam. But nowadays that we also have the beans from Vietnam, but they also the specialty coffee from Vietnam, because we want to keep the quality of the coffee high enough. Because, well, I know the Finnish people usually drink Jukla Mocha, but it's changing. Then you guys more like the flavor and quality, also the environmental elements of the coffee beans. So we're trying to follow that, like for the rest of the coffee, because besides Vietnamese coffee, we have other coffee. We take the beans from the specialty roastery in Finland. And for the Vietnamese coffee, then we try to take the specialty coffee from Vietnam.
But do you import it, or does someone else and you purchase it from them?
Yeah, we bring it from Vietnam.
And was that a difficult thing to learn how to do, and to all the importation and?
Yeah, it's quite difficult because we all knew that, and we really need to read and then talk and ask how it's going. Yeah, like to import the beans. And for the pricing, we price it, of course, like based on the ingredients and also other elements, that the uniqueness and then different coffee in our coffee house is quite maybe about 15% higher than the other coffees.
Like many, my friends who are international here and they want to be entrepreneurs, they want to import stuff from their home country here. So how did you learn how to do all that, or did some local person help you out, or
Yeah,
is
we
that
actually ask some local friends working with the imports.
okay?
Yeah, and of course, like the products that we need to import need to meet the quality of Finland and the European Union. And this will be easier if the product is already there,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just learn the process. But
Yeah.
it's really need to, yeah, if it's possible, ask the help from the locals because, well, mostly all the documents, everything, they are available in English, but some other part, tricks and how to do that, you really ask.
Yeah.
Have you had any like unexpected experiences after you started your cafe? Any surprises or anything that you didn't expect to happen?
Yeah, we actually have quite much like it can happen every day. So okay, one day I have to say that we actually invest quite much in the cafe. So like all the materials and the equipment is really good. But so one day that we come to the coffee house and the floor is full of water. And then he was like, what is that? And we're trying to search and then the dishwasher has some problem. And you know, like the floor in the cafe is like the wooden floor and we totally freak out and then then immediately, you know, unplug the water and then but it takes 1 or 2 days to recover. We really in this case I have to say you have to be improvise with the thing. And also on the day that our grinder is broke. And we have just 2 grinders in the shop, one for the espresso machine, one for the filter coffee. So we actually have to ring the grinder to run to our supplier and then have to do it within 1 or 2 hours. And the staff in the shop, they have to grind it by hands because we also have hand grinder, but we really have to do it. And just after that, we actually invest a little bit more, then we have a little bit extra grinders and things, but those kind of things, it happens. Why? Because you need to learn on the way, because once it happens, then you get the experience. Because I can tell you that, yeah, the dishwasher can broke one day, but I don't know which day is that, so I have to be fast.
About starting your own business, there's a lot of different permits and registering your business involved and getting grants from the government. Is this difficult dealing with the municipality or is it rather straightforward? Does it take a lot of your time to set up your actual business idea?
Well, it's actually the process quite straightforward, but some are not so easy because, for example, when you deal with the premise, the landlord, and the manager in the building, because we are in the building, not in the mall. So sometimes it just even didn't notice if you have the license for cafe or food or not. So you really need to somehow get them and then ask, and then you just have to push them because sometimes, you know, the Finnish people a little bit, they need you to push them to check. So please check it for me. Like exactly, I can do the cafe here or not. And you have to be flexible also, because I can tell you one experience, like in our premise now. In the beginning, if you want to have a coffee, we need to do some pipes work from the water source to the counter. Then you can put the coffee machine. And the builder said, no, you cannot do that, because if you want to do pipe work, you have to bring down to the floor, and it's gonna take some months. And we feel like, okay, this is gonna be like big problem. But then when we come to ask our architect people, because you need the architect to help you to do this. And then they said, no, you don't have to do that. You increase the floor a little bit, and you let the pipe go in under it. Basically, it's the whole floor. And I mean, by saying this, it's like everything can be solved if you ask people, and then if you just think it in another way, then, but back to the question that for the process, it's kind of straightforward. If you just follow the process, for example, if you register your business in the afternoon, in the evening you get the idea already. So it's very fast, very straightforward. Yes.
Being a foreigner, did you have to jump through any extra hoops because of, or in this process, or is it the same kind of process that it would be for a Finland as well?
Well, it would be like similar to they don't have, but I remember there's one requirement that you need to have the working visa to open your business here. It's not a student resident.
So about this coffee cafe, what was the biggest challenge for you in the past 1.5 years?
Well, the biggest challenge, I would say, before we have the opening day, about 1 month, because that 1 month we actually got the premise and everything, and this is time that you start to spend money, you spend your time, you spend your energy, because you basically you spend anything that you have, but you didn't get anything back at that time. You feel so tired, but you're expecting to the day that it's open and you will get something. So basically, like you sweet your physical energy and also your mental energy. So that was really, really hard. And at that time, you just spend money and you start to be worried if your money is enough. Because sometimes you just really negotiate and then asking your suppliers, like, can I do this, do this, do this? So then you can use your resource wisely. Because, for example, that in Finland, that if you want to do B2B business, they ask you to pay after 1 or 2 weeks or something. But sometimes you feel like, okay, I buy everything in 1 day, and then this day I'm gonna spend all my resources on this. But you can negotiate, like, okay, maybe this day another day. So this is the hardest time for us, that we really have to do, like, we work, I don't know, maybe 12, 16 hours per day, that you wake up at 8 and then you sleep at maybe 1 or 2 and you didn't get to eat. And that's the thing, but yes, the rewards will come. This will be the toughest time, but it will come later when you open your business, and then the first customer get in, and then you know that this is, okay, it's gonna work, so.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can I ask about the purpose you got before you get the idea and in the very first day? Because I heard you talk about a lot of challenges and difficulties, so I think you need to have the very important purpose to open your business, so it helps you a lot to overcome all the difficulties.
Yeah. So I would say that 4 years ago when I came to Finland, you don't have many choices of coffee house. Even Starbucks not here. Espresso house not here. Specialty coffee is really something new. So yes, I was lucky to notice in the beginning, and then after 1 or 2 years, I graduated and I started to get to work, and I started to know more about the coffee business in Finland. And well, I know like the specialty coffees, and because yes, my major is forest product marketing, so those are kind of linked. And yes, when we think like what we're gonna do, because I really want to have a coffee house, and then we come up with the Vietnamese coffee concept with the high quality beans. What we expect is, of course, the business will grow, and then we are the first one to have the Vietnamese coffee shop in Finland, and it's high quality, and we can somehow have coffee from Vietnam. This is our vision for the whole business. So that is one of the rewards that we've been thinking of. And secondly, is that I've been working with entrepreneurs, and I know that when you're having some business idea that related to apps or kind of mobile and online thing, it will have the rewards, but you don't, I don't know, just personal thing, I don't really feel like physically rewards in that way. But a coffee or a restaurant is different because you have a place. It's so vivid. It's just there. and yes, and that is one of the thing. And then when we opened a coffee house, we actually didn't do any marketing, kind of online social media marketing, but we go for the more traditional way of marketing that we talk with people, and we know that some of our customers, they are journalists and they write for newspaper, and so we were actually on the newspaper. We were in Helsinki Sanomat and Nyt, and we also in HPL, the Swedish newspaper. So different kind of channels, and you know that you are going to the right way, and you just focus on that. And also when you take any kind of elements into the business, for example the gallery, so you have to consider that, okay, my vision or my strategy is that the coffee house is here, so if we want to have the gallery, the quality needs to be just equal to the one that you're going, so don't lower yourself, so you have to be there in the beginning first, and then just keep it going on. So
what about your customers? So are they mostly the ones who live in Krona, or do they come from,
yeah. So we would say that for now our customer is about the regular customer every day, 70% they are in Haaga. Not only living there but working there, because there are many small offices in the area. So 70% is about the local, and 30% would be like people from somewhere else, the young people, and those who want to have Vietnamese coffee, and also the tourists, just not too much, but yes, we also have. And that is what we're thinking in the beginning, because we want the locals to come to our coffee house, not tourists or people from somewhere else, because the local will be the one who support you.
The street that you guys are on is quite a developing street. I know that a lot of the shops there are ones that stay for a few years and then close down, and then the shops are always changing. With this in mind, what's something that you guys, or like what's kind of the way that you run your business with the idea that this is gonna stay here and I'm gonna make sure it stays here?
Yeah, so that's why I just mentioned that the logo is really, really important, because actually, like for the last 1 year, we closed for 2 days only. We are open every day. Why? Because we want to see the patrons of the locals. Because you know that in Finland that people travel in the summer, nobody on the town, but summer we still open, because we want to see if really in Haaga they travel or not. And then how the flow, and if the tourists really come to this kind of area, and we have to measure it. And this is 1 year now, and then we were sure the idea that, okay, this is the thing. And then we have the locals, and like some locals, they just come every day, every single day. And this is how we stick there with the business, because it's really important. And as I told you, the first year we didn't do any marketing or any kind of social media marketing at all. So in the future, of course, we will have it, and we will do it more with the gallery and also the products lines, because like one of the journalists also come to ask us, like, how do you keep the image fresh but still like familiar? So we have our fixed products, and we have the season products, which is just go hand in hand with occasions in Finland, and also something new. So we actually also keep our customer in. We have in our own newsletter once in 2 months or something, to update like what happened in Baku, what we're gonna have, and what we had, to keep the connection like between you and your customer. And sometimes the customer just come back because, yeah, I just want to check if you got change or something like that. So the connection with the customer is really, really important.
How about training workers? I mean, now you're a small group and you know each other and you can rely on that, but let's say if you expand, or do you have a turnover of workers? I had a small business and we took workers, and I found that very challenging to get them to understand how I saw the level of service, because in a small cafe,
Yeah.
you have your distinct coffee, but really it depends on how you treat the customer, because
Yes.
otherwise someone's going to go somewhere else. Do you actually have a procedure that you think about this, or do you just hope that you're going to get people to serve in a nice way?
No, we actually have the procedures, like even in the very first day, because like me and my partners and people on the team, we also take turns to work in the cafe, and we establish some kind of procedures that you have to be. For example, like when the shift started, you have to be here, and what did you first, do you second? We have really like details, like how long time that you gonna do this one, like 1 minute or something. And of course, the coffee training has to be very precise, because we actually go to our suppliers to have the training, and we always have the scale and the timetable there whenever you make coffee, because it has to be precise. It's kind of science when you make coffee or cake, because if you want to keep the quality, it has to be like this. Even though because we've been discussing with our team, even though we will make coffee for years, but it has to be precise. We have to keep it. And again, for the services, of course, it's more likely personal charisma or personality. So then we want to expand, we need to really talk to the staff, the future staff first, just to see if you are friendly or your face like friendly, because for some people, I know that for some people you guys really friendly, but your face doesn't show that you're friendly. So it's really kind of hard to work in a cafe that if the customer get in and then don't feel welcome. So that is one, the personality is really important if we want to expand, and of course the process, everything needs to be recorded, that we have to follow this to keep the quality, because we actually really strict with this. We don't want to have like any kind of bad coffee and so come out from the kitchen, because this is our core business here.
Great, thank you.
How many people do you employ?
Yeah, at the moment we have about 3, like including me. We take turns working in the cafe, and also the cakes we also make in our coffee house. Yeah, because we actually get very good feedback from the Swede, and we don't want to take it from other place, and we want to keep it, the taste is there. We don't want to take the frozen cake from the supplier, because then somehow it's not this equal to the coffee that you want to have. Because customer nowadays, they're really picky and sensitive, that yes, they didn't come to tell you, but they feel that way. So
You have to work a lot.
yeah, well, that's what happened when we have business. So I hope that I can work less, but it turns out that I work more and more, so and I get more customers. So, but I'm happy to work more.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Have you had any sources of conflict between you and the other partners? And if you have, how do you resolve these issues?
Yeah, we have. That's why we usually try to keep the team in 3, because then you can negotiate between 3 people. It's better than 2. Yeah, and usually we sit and then we start to do some talk and analysis, because 3 of us, we all study business. So then we start to do some research and do something like to somehow clarify ideas and make a very friendly debate. Well, sometimes not so friendly, but after 1 or 2 days we can talk again, because maybe that time you're so hot, so you need to calm down a little bit, and we really need to talk when there was some problem, especially when it comes to when you want to hit the new products, or you want to expand the coffee house in one way or another way. So we do have conflicts. Yes.
Are you looking to expand the cafe at all and maybe open up another shop somewhere else, or are you just focusing on this one for now?
actually hoping to have another cafe. I don't know, within next year or maybe the year after next year. But yes, we also is thinking of expanding it. Well, maybe expand it a bit bigger or another cafe because about the premise is actually really depends on the luck or the destiny if you get this. So if it comes, then we will see if we have enough resource to take it and make another one. Next, please.
I'm right that you bake all of your cakes in the cafe, but what if you expand and become more larger? Are you ready to buy a frozen one and do it and like warm it, or you will continue baking it?
Well, we already have a plans that if we have another cafe, we will choose one of them is the main hubs for the cakes. Then we just like deliver the cake from this place to another place because it's like, well, it's easier to control the quality, and it's also very keep consistent between cafe and cafe. That you have this cake here, then you can find another place there. And well, in the future, if we have like 10 cafes, then we will have just small confectionery bakery just for the cake maybe. But yeah, that we don't want to have the frozen cakes.
But why? Because frozen one is very like you can use it, and like big companies use frozen one, and the quality is good, and they know how to work with it. Yeah, because the job is terrible. They use frozen one and warm it, and it's okay. So, because if you bake it, like it's like you can eat it for 1 or 2 days maximum, and it's very like expensive to bake it, and you don't know how much your customers get.
Yeah. So I actually said it because we want to keep the qualities there, and also as I told you that well, if you have some closer look to the cafe market, nowadays people actually didn't bring too much, but they want to have more quality things. They didn't eat too much, but they want to have better things. So they can eat a little bit less, but somehow less is more. So you can go for the cafe once a week, but you really want to have good thing there, rather than you go there every day, but every time the experience is not good enough. Like I really want to have one good piece of cake, but why every time I just get the bad one? So that's why whenever you find a place that you can get a good experience, and you come back more frequently, and this is the direction that we are heading to. It's not a commercial cafe, but it's more likely they'll blend it into local cafe, but with high quality products that people would like to come and enjoy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Out of interest, who's your coffee supplier in Helsinki?
Sorry.
Who's your coffee supplier here?
There are many. Like we have the supplier. We take the coffee from Cafe Roastery. Sometimes we take it from Johan and Nystrom, from Rose, the new small roastery in Helsinki, and we sometimes take it from Pahtimo, the roastery from Turku, because in Finland actually you have very high quality small coffee roastery, lots of places, and we actually know each other because the coffee community, the specialty coffee community here is so small that once you know one, then you start to know the others. And also you notice that the barista from different specialty coffee, they exchange to each other just to learn and to try the new coffee. So that's how we take the coffee from our suppliers, because we have the seasonal products that we have coffee of the month, 1 month that we have this type of coffee from Cafe Roastery, but the next month we can have another type of coffee from Johan and Nystrom. So that's the.
You mentioned that your main market segment are the locals. Are you trying to expand into different market segments, and if you are, how are you trying to get them to your cafe?
So yes, our target is maybe 80% they are locals, and in the future we have the and the 21% would be, yeah, the people, like other people, or just tourists or something. So that's how in the future we do the marketing. It's more random, like in the social media, different people from different places know our place. Then that's how like the first step if we want to expand our customer segment, that to do the marketing more kind of randomly, or I don't know the word, but yeah, that kind of thing. And maybe we'll be thinking sometimes you can have more specific, for example, that we can have events for book exchanging or for artists. Then somehow we expand our customer segment. But yeah, the local is still our main course.
Thank you, Anna, for your presentation. I think we're running out of time. A lot of questions, which was good. Let's give a big round of applause. Thank you. Thanks. And then we would like to get some feedback very much from you. We have a QR code which takes you to the Survey Monkey. We also have the address on the board. Please fill out the feedback. You can do it now, you can do it after event, you can do it whenever. But we would like to have some feedback on how we're doing. And then now we have lunch and we will be back at 12:25.
We also have a notepad if you would like to fill the feedback there. The QR code is there also with paper if you can't get it